Hello, I'm Joy, and today we are going to talk about how you can open a verified Stripe account in Kenya. Do you want to open a verified Stripe account in Kenya? Are you a business owner or entrepreneur in Kenya looking to expand your online presence and accept payments globally? Then look no further. Stripe is a renowned and trusted payment gateway. You'll probably be asking, you probably may need a Stripe account for your dropshipping business at Shopify, WordPress, WooCommerce, other platforms, or for any other reasons. Whether you're creating a subscription service, an on demand marketplace, an e commerce store, or crowdfunding platform, Stripe helps you accept payments without stress. Stripe Payment Gateway is unfortunately Stripe Payment Gateway is unfortunately available to people. Stripe Payment Gateway is an app. Stripe Payment Gateway is unfortunately unavailable to people outside the US, and it has become a pain to anyone looking forward to run an online business and wishes to use Stripe to accept payments. And in case you're wondering, Stripe is an online payment processing for internet businesses. It builds the most powerful and flexible tools for internet commerce. In this comprehensive guide, we are going to walk you through the process of opening a Stripe account in Kenya, allowing you to seamlessly transact with customers worldwide. I have used my Stripe account to accept multiple payments internationally, even though I am a non-US citizen, and I want you to enjoy some benefits. I will be revealing this exact method which you can use to comfortably set up your Stripe account irrespective of your country and start accepting payment right away in Kenya. Good news, you can do all of this legally. This means there is no fear of getting your account banned or rejected as long as you follow the guidelines I will be showing you in this video, and of course, as long as you follow the Stripe's terms of service. Over the years, I have been able to help hundreds of people start accepting international payments using Stripe, and below were a few of them. And if you want to have same success story, then endeavor to watch to the end to get full value. There are 5 steps you must follow if you want to set up your Stripe account in Kenya successfully. Step 1 is to register a US company. At the time of making this video, Stripe currently accepts over 45 countries. And as someone that is not from any of the supported countries, to have access to Stripe, you need to form a company in any of the 45 countries. Since you're not from any of those countries based on citizenship, you can have access to the countries based on business mode, and this is legally accepted by Stripe because while signing up on Stripe, they will ask you if you're signing up as an individual, that is, if you have a citizenship, or as a company, that is, if you have a business. United States being one of the most popular and most sought after by many businesses and having been accompanied by lots of benefits, it is recommended to form a US company in order to set up your business Stripe account successfully. The most exciting part of this is you do not need to change your IP address by using a VPN. Step 2 is to apply for an EIN number. As a non-US citizen, your EIN number will serve as your SSN, and SSN means Social Security Number that is given to US citizens. If you form a US company, your EIN will basically serve as your SSN. Even without being a US citizen, you're enjoying the benefits. This means anything you are signing up online that requires SSN, you can sign up as a business and bypass the houses. That sounds great, right? EIN is one of the requirements Stripe will request for when signing up. This is more like your identification. Step 3 is to get a US bank account. You need a US bank account where Stripe will deposit your earnings to, and you can also withdraw this funds from your US bank to your local account in your country. Luckily, in this video, you will discover how to do this at the comfort of your home and without leaving your country. You don't need to pay someone to do it for you. Step 4 is to get a US phone number. For professionalism, you need a US phone number you can link to Stripe for SMS verification and also for customer service. You also need a US number to register your US company. Step 5, which is the last step, is to get a US address. You'll also need a US address to form your US company and to set up your Stripe account. And this address should match or be linked to your US company for ease of verification whenever Stripe requests for it. Now, how do we get all of these requirements and form a US company? Forming a US company is the only option in Kenya if you want to have access to Stripe legally. Forming a US company can be expensive depending on the formation company you used, and you can spend over $600 to $1,400 to form your US company and acquire your EIN number. However, you do not need to spend that fortune, as it is a bit ridiculous, especially for a beginner. There is no reason to spend that much when there are alternatives, unless you didn't watch to the end. Since you are here, you will discover how you can get all of these 5 requirements in order to set up your Stripe account in Kenya successfully. You will discover how you'll be able to get all of the requirements from A to Z with less than $250 budget. You don't need to break the bank or sell your soul or go over your budget. If you search online, you can't get all of these requirements with less than $250 budget. You're really on the right side of the internet today. This is the same method those I have helped has used to successfully form their US company and set up their Stripe account. Before we get started in forming our US company and getting all of these requirements, we have to choose a state in the US where we want to form our LLC, which is our US company. There are over 50 states in the US. Each state has its own filing fee, which you pay to the state government to form your LLC. There are expensive and there are cheap states. For example, the state fee for New York is $203 and the state fee for Missouri is $52. As a non-US citizen, you're at liberty to choose any state you want, and that includes choosing the most cheapest and affordable state to register your US company. And I have done the research for you, and here are cheap states to register your US company: New Mexico, Missouri, Mississippi. So since that is settled, it is now time to go into the main business of today, which is opening a Stripe account in Kenya. However, to form your US company and get your EIN number to set up your Stripe successfully, we will be using Incfile to form our company in the US. They are the best in the industry, and with them, you will get the most affordable services. Incfile is a company formation service that helps us to register our company in the US without leaving our country to the US. And we are going to do all of these from the comfort of our home. So let's get started. On your browser, go to llcmodel.com/incfile, and you can also find the link in the description of this video. And when it opens, you have to click on the Start My Business button. And when this comes up, you have to select your entity type, which is LLC, because we're going to form an LLC. And for the state of formation, you have to choose the state where you want to form your LLC. Along the line in this video, I showed you cheap and affordable states where you can form your LLC as a non-US citizen. So you can choose from this list of states and form your LLC. So I'm going to be forming mine in New Mexico. Now, it is recommended you go with either the gold plan or the platinum plan, because these are the 2 plans that has the complete package we want. These are the 2 plans that has the EIN business tax number that we discussed earlier in this video, and the platinum plan also has this EIN business tax number, right, along with other features that you need for your US company. And Incfile is going to do all of that for you. They are going to process all the paperwork and form your US company pretty quick. So the difference between the gold plan and the platinum plan are the extra features that comes with the platinum plan, which are the domain name plus business email, free next day filing, and business contract templates. So you can choose between gold plan or platinum plan if these 3 things here is what you want. But with the gold plan, you can be sure of forming your US company within 48 hours, right? And that is it. So the recommendation here is to go with either the gold plan or the platinum plan, because the silver plan is not recommended because it just forms your US company for you. It doesn't come with a EIN number, which is very important, and it doesn't come with all of these things here, which are also important as a company owner. So I'll be going ahead with the gold package. Let's click on get the gold package. And when you get here, the contact person, you have to enter your first name and your last name. And if you have a third name, then I'll show you how to do that. So my first name is Joy, my last name is Okoro, and then my third name. So that is how you do it. Now for the email, you have to enter your email address that you want to use and form this LLC. Probably it's not going to show in your LLC documents. It's just used to create an account for you on Incfile. And then for the mobile number section, you can click on the drop down and then select your country code, right? And when you select your country code, you can enter your phone number. And when you get to the mailing address section, you have to enter an address from your home country, because this is the primary address that will be used for delivery of any documents or products that is related to your order. So we are going to click on the drop down and select our country. And after selecting your country, you enter the street address. If there is a continuation, you enter it in this box, as well as your city, your state, and your zip code. And now you will get to the next section, which is the state filing time. And here they're asking you to pay an extra $50 to get your LLC to be formed in 3 days time, or you can pay $0 and your company will be formed in 3 weeks time. But go ahead and select the $0, which is the 3 weeks filing time, but it's not going to take that long. Your LLC is going to be formed in less than 48 hours or highest 3 days. So go ahead and select the $0 option, and then let's click on next. For the next section, which is the company information, this is where you enter your choice of business name. That is going to be your LLC name or US company name. So I'm going to use Cup of Sense, and then the designator, I'm going to use LLC, but you can either choose limited company, limited liability co, or limited liability company, which is the full meaning, but I'm just going to keep it short and select LLC. And then you're going to see the preview here. Now for the next one, which is number of members or owners. If you are the only owner of your LLC, if you're the only owner, then you can choose 1. If you are 2 business partners, you're 3 business partners, then you can select 2 or 3. How many you guys are, you can select it here. For the business purpose, you have to provide them a brief description of your business and what you'll be using it for. And then you will have to select an industry keyword of where your business relates to. So to get started, you have to enter a keyword so that they can make some recommendations for you. So I'm just going to select business. In your own case, you can search to get a better related category. And when I search business, I'm going to see business startup consulting services, right? And then for your company address information, this is where they give you the option of using their own professional business address and virtual mail service. And if you use this option, you're going to pay at least $29 a month, right? But if you don't have that kind of money to pay $29 a month, you can choose to use your own address. Go to shipit2.com, and when it opens, create an account, sign up for an individual free account. And when you do that, you will get an address, a free address. Now use this address and give them here. The next page will be an upsell page where they will ask you to upgrade to the premium service package, which is also the platinum package, right? So we're going to ignore all of this and then click on no thanks, I'll pass on the opportunity. But if you like any of these things you're seeing here, then you can get upgrade and bonus. And if you're doing that, that means you are now upgrading to the platinum plan. But I will click on no thanks and pass on this opportunity. And now you get to the member one section where you have to enter some details about the owner of the business. Remember, I selected that I am the only owner of the business, and I selected only one owner, and that is why I'm entering this information here. So it is going to be at individual, and then I would select my name so that it can fill, and then I would select this second box so that the address will auto-fill. For the next section, which is your registered agent information, like I said, this registered agent information will give you a business address that you can use alongside your newly formed US company. For example, if you're going to sign up on Stripe, you can use this business address as your US company address, and you can complete the registration. So we're going to allow Inkfile to be our registered agent, right? And this is free for 1 year, and the following year costs $119. So let's click on next. But if you want to act as your own registered agent, that is fine, but you have to make sure that if you select this, the address you're going to give here will be an address in New Mexico, or the address in the state you chose to form your US company. For mine, I chose to form my US company in New Mexico, right? That means if I'm going to act as my own registered agent, the address needs to be in New Mexico. And if you chose a state other than New Mexico, then the address you have to enter here needs to be an address in that state. But I'm going to leave this with the first option so that Inkfile can act as my registered agent. Over to the next step. In this section, you have to provide some information for your employer identification number, which is your EIN, and this is where they get the information in order to apply for your EIN number, which is very, very important. For this, I am a foreign individual and do not have a social security number. The answer is yes. When this pops up, you will have to confirm you are not a US citizen and you've never been issued an SSN number before. Also, it says that the time frame to obtain the EIN number could take up to 3 or more months. But I have good news for you. I have included a link or free guide in the description of this video as well. This guide will show you how you can get your EIN number in less than a month. That is after forming your US company, after completing this process, right? You don't have to wait for 3 months. It's a free guide, so just check the description to have access to it. So click on I agree and then tick your name so that it can be auto-filled. Now for the Frisco Street address, we are going to see 2 addresses here. The first address is the one from your home country. The second address is the US address that you got from Ship-it-to or wherever you got it from, since it asked us for our Frisco Street address. And this has to do with the issuance of our employer identification number, that is our tax ID number. Then we need this to be our home address. So I'm just going to select my home country where I live. So go ahead and tick the box, whichever one that contains the address from your home country. And for the next step, which is setting up our small business banking. Normally, I don't usually go for this, which is Bank of America, because it costs money and sometimes you might have to pay monthly or maintenance cost to keep the bank account active. That is why after forming my US company, I wait for my EIN number to be available and then I register for a US business bank account at Mercury.com. And every transaction on there are free of charge and it is easy to create an account. Everything goes smoothly and I know it will be the same for yours. So this is optional. So you can say I will apply online when my business formation documents are ready, or you can say no, not at this time. You can also have them call you, that is, you can have a Bank of America specialist call you. And then click on next. The next section is a tax strategy / free consultation, where you can have them call you and you can also ask them any tax questions you may have in mind. Although they might try to upsell some services to you, but that is left for you to make a choice, right? So I would just say yes, or you can say no, whichever one. I mean, it's a choice. And then click on next. And then you get to this section saying business licenses and permits. Obviously, if you're a non-US citizen, I don't think there's a need for this, right? So we are going to say no thanks, I'll do the work myself. And then next, and you're going to see a review or summary of all the things you've been entering throughout your registration, so you can go through all of these details, and if there is one that is incorrect, probably you made an error, you can click on edit and you can go back to enter your correct information. And if you can look at the right corner of our page, you're going to see the price we are going to pay for our formation company, which is $249. And this is a very affordable price, considering the fact that some formation companies charge from $400 to $1,200 and above to form your US company. And paying $250 to form your US company as Inkfile is a game changer, and I think it's affordable, and it is the most affordable formation company that you might see around. And this section is where you make your payment. So for the credit and debit card section, you can enter your card information. And this billing address is the address that is registered with the card you are using, so that they can confirm the right person, that is the owner of the card, is the person using it to make the payment. So when you are here, enter the necessary information for them, click on I agree box, and then click on complete and pay. And you are done. The next page will show you your registration was successful, and you can relax and then wait for them to do the work. So this is how you can form a US company as a non-US resident without the need to visit the US, and you can do all of this from the comfort of your home.